is it possible to have one issue or card visible in more than one column on a Scrum board? There was a question on the community recently about displaying the same card in two columns at the same time. So this question is something that is actually quite interesting. Now, when you talk about issues in Jira, you have a workflow. And when it comes to workflow has nothing but different states. And based on the type of workflow you're using, you might have transitions. Now, the point here is that at any given point, at any given time, you have issues part of a specific status only. So let us say you have a workflow, a simple workflow with three statuses like to do, in progress, and done. Now your issue can either be in to do state, or it could be in progress state, or done state. Now when you map your statuses to the columns on your board, your issue will appear, the individual issue will appear on the column where you have that particular status mapped. Now, you can actually map more than one status to one column. That is possibility, but it has to be one or maybe multiple columns based on, of course, how many statuses you have. But you cannot really have one issue displayed in two columns at the same time. Now, if you look at, let us say, one of your board, now I can actually go to the board settings to take a look at the configurations of my board. Now here I have three simple statuses and three columns: to do, in progress, and done. I can also create maybe one more status like another. I can use a name like another in progress. So this is something that I can do. I can add maybe a new status, and I the moment I add this new status, it will show you that this status needs to be mapped to a column. Right now, it is not really mapped to any column, and that is why it appears under the uh, under the unmapped status here. So if you look at this unmapped statuses, you have another in progress. Now I can map it to my existing in progress column. So now my in progress column has two statuses which I can use, and I'll show you how it works. If I go back to my board here, I can actually now move my issue to one of these two statuses. So you will have the option to move your issue to either in progress or another in progress, and this is how you can possibly uh, solve the problem where you may have multiple statuses, but they are somehow part of maybe uh, overall in progress, or if something is still waiting for some action from some other user, maybe you need some approval. So the issue overall is in progress, but you can definitely use this feature in your Scrum board or maybe your Kanban board, where you can have multiple statuses mapped to one column. But to display a specific issue at the same time in two columns is something which doesn't really make sense, because that is not really how your workflows in Jira behave. Your issue needs to be part of one status at any given time. And this is all I wanted to share in this video. I hope you learned something new today and you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much.